Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It's summer! It's summer! Well, my kids have a week. They get out on Friday, so it is here. My wife's a teacher as well, so she gets out. She actually has this week and then 2 days next week. So, I'm super excited to have them home. I don't know what it's going to be like to have all of them running around the house while, I'm, because it's been a long time, because with the move here, with everything that happened last year, will be the first time in a few years that we've had kind of like a sedentary summer. Like a summer in one place where we weren't remodeling the house or moving in or doing something crazy like that. So I'm really excited, and I hope you are too. Very pleased. It's June 5th. Isn't that wild? So anyways, happy Monday. I know that was a interesting opening, but I'm excited to talk to you about something that I'm very passionate about today, and I think will help you. And I was just in a coaching session right before this with one of my mentor students, and we were talking about the differences between how many of us view voiceover, right? Voiceover our business to other businesses, and it was something that was said was that I think a lot of voice actors, we get in this rut where we don't necessarily treat our business like a real business. And what do I mean by that? Like, we sit in a closet, we are by ourselves, we pad rooms. Sounds kind of like we're crazy. Maybe we are. But those are things that we do with our business. We work on acting. We have a microphone. We tell stories. We make funny voices. We do all kinds of stuff that is out of the ordinary. And thank goodness, because I love it. Right? I couldn't do anything else. But I do think that the business part of what we do is often overlooked, or we kind of get in this rut where we have an expectation that people know what, like other people, right? Like other businesses who would look to hire voice actors, like they would know what to expect, or they would know what we do or how we charge or what the right process is to work with us. You know what I mean? And even though I've not been in the industry for 30 years, right? After being in for many years now, I'm learning more and more every day, especially now running Academy Voices, which is a website that we get voice actors work from A VO's Journey Elite Academy. And I'm learning that a lot of clients. It's interesting because there's so many clients out there, of course, who work with voice actors regularly, but there's a lot of them who have never worked with a voice actor or a business for voiceovers. They don't know pricing, right? They don't know our processes. And they don't, and it's very confusing because there's so many different ways out there that we can work together, right? We can work together on an hourly basis. We can work together on a project basis. We can work together on hourly / licensure process, right? We can work together on a buyout. We can work together on just our, there's so many different ways that we can do our work. And then there's different websites that do it differently too. There's so many different ways. So you can see it can be very confusing. And I noticed that a lot of us, we don't spend, I think, enough time trying to make that a part of our business, meaning like the explanation of what we do, the explanation of expectations, right? What's going to happen in this process? What does this look like? What is your job? What is our job? What is their job? What are we trying to do to help them? Because we just expect that they know. Okay. And that all we're here to do is just sit in front of a microphone and speak and then go on our merry way. And I think that there is something to be said for people who just want to do that. That's perfectly fine, right? And I think those people are certainly, sadly, I think more of a way of the past, because most of us now are forced to create our own studios, and we have our own studios in our own home, and we're our own studio businesses, right? And we also happen to be the voice actor, the talent that's in our business too, but we're also the CEO, right? We're also the manager, we're also the engineer. And I think that being able to, whether it's through our communication efforts, whether it's through our marketing efforts, our websites, things like that, looking at our business like a business can really separate you from a lot of other voice actors. So here's a case in point. And I do the same thing. It forces myself to look at it. I can't think of a business that does not offer holiday or seasonal discounts, for example, right? Sales. That's a typical thing that businesses do, right? It drives traffic. People love sales, gives people interested, gets them to take a chance on you, things like that, And I think it's interesting because most of us I don't offer I mean, it's interesting because I actually do, so with Academy Voices, right, we offer a 50% off the first month, like a trial, to give us a shot, right, to check it out, see if you like it and if you want to stick around longer. If you're learning stuff, by the way, the link's below if you'd like to join a VO's Journey Elite Academy. But a lot of us don't do any of that with voiceover. Now, in fairness, there's a lot of us who are charging a price that we would view as already hugely discounted. And that's fair to say, I think. But I think that and this is just my personal opinion, don't forget that we are charging that amount. Meaning that I've done it too, where I think I've gotten frustrated with a customer for how much they've paid me. However, I charge that amount. You know what I mean? Like I'm the one who put out that amount. And then I get frustrated about it. You know what I mean? And oftentimes, internally I will blame the customer, whereas I'm the one who charged the amount. The only reason I'm bringing this up is to say that, in some instances we're charging such a decreased price, it's hard to imagine offering discounts or sales or something like that. But interestingly enough, it does make you wonder about the pricing structure. And there's some platforms that, it doesn't lend itself. But here's another perfect example. We talk about a lot of different platforms on here, but, I want to talk about one particular right now. And that's, on the Fiverr platform, you have, typically, we accept that there's lower prices on Fiverr, but, Fiverr pushes a lot of coupons. Right? Fiverr pushes subscriptions with 10, 20% off. Fiverr, pushes these coupons to give clients even more percentage off, right? Give them deals, give them discounts. You do a sale. It's interesting how, they're doing that too, because they realize people want to buy this stuff, even if they feel like we're charging little to none anyways. So it does make you think sometimes, is it the pricing or is it the perception of getting a deal? You know what I mean? That's part of it for some people, right? Some people it's value. Value is extremely important. They're willing to pay a lot more for what they perceive as value. I think for what I charge now on that platform and other platforms, whether it's people per hour, whether it's Voquent or whether it's Voices or Voice123 or wherever else I am, you know what I mean? I charge a lot more now. But the value that you do is it's perception, right? So I think from a business standpoint, don't forget that it is a business. We are a business. You are building a business. You are building a studio, right? Because if you hired 3 other voice actors, you would still be doing You would still be needing to do the same thing, whether you have those 3 voice actors or you don't. Like marketing your studio and your studio services. It can get convoluted, I think, because we market ourselves, like where we're usually marketing, I have Anthony Pica VO, so it's about Anthony and Anthony, right? It's I'm constantly doing that, but it's interesting because really I'm marketing, it should be probably Anthony Pica Studios. Actually the name of my LLC is Anthony Pica Productions LLC, but the name of it's the studio I'm actually, I'm actually should be marketing, because that's because I could hire 20 other people and I would still be doing the same thing. It's just somebody else would be giving the voiceover. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, look at this summer, look at your business as a business. See what that would, in your mind, if you're like, okay, well, this is like, imagine if you were not the person doing the voiceovers. I'm not saying don't, of course. I'm not saying go out and hire the people to be other voice actors. I'm just saying, imagine, just for the sake of playing a game in order to further our minds for building a business, imagine if you were not the person who was the one doing the voiceovers. You were just the CEO of this business, and you had other talent, okay, that did the voiceovers, that you ran them, you paid them, you found the work, you managed everything, you managed the site, you managed all the stuff, you market all stuff, you're in charge. How would you approach marketing them? How would you approach marketing your studio? Right? How would you get business? How do you drum up business? I think these are just interesting and important, right? Important exercises for us to take and to try out and to do, to really take a look, a step back and say, I'm building a business, okay, and not just a job. That's a big one. All right. You're building a business and not a job. I hope this helps. Hope this gets your mind bubbling and be like, doggone it, Anthony, I was having a good Monday. I hope it helps as always. If you did find this useful or interesting, hit that like and subscribe button as well. And don't forget to check out VO's Journey Elite Academy below, where we help you start and grow your voiceover business with so much stuff, live classes, pre-recorded courses, an incredible Discord community, webinars, conferences, and now, of course, exclusive access to Academy Voices, which is our casting website. So really excited. Check that out. We'd love to have you. Have a wonderful Monday. All right. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.